BTCFi is a set of initiatives that aim at growing the Bitcoin economy on Starknet through Starknet. 2020, there were a lot of companies that started getting very popular that were offering Bitcoin product, right? One of the most famous was BlockFi, but you could also think of Celsius. FTX was doing something similar where you would deposit your Bitcoin and get yield on your Bitcoin. Because there are people who are willing to borrow Bitcoin and pay in order to be able to borrow Bitcoin. BlockFi went under, so did Celsius. FTX just sent the industry in a terrible place for years. What happened essentially was that those companies were operating as black boxes, as banks, right? You would deposit money in them and then you would have no idea what would happen there. And just like it happened in the traditional financial sector, it happened in crypto, and that money got lost, mismanaged, and ultimately depositors were affected. And if you're paying attention, you're also thinking, but wait, isn't DeFi solving this? Because when you're depositing money on Aave, yes, you're lending it, but you can see it in real time. You know that there's no mismanagement. It's actually quite ironical that at the same time that these Bitcoin products were emerging, the DeFi was emerging on Ethereum. And there's a reason you couldn't use DeFi on Bitcoin, but you could use it on Ethereum, is that Ethereum has smart contract. Bitcoin didn't. In the past year, Starknet researchers started realizing, by doing a bit more work on the Bitcoin side, that there was a possibility to settle Starknet on Bitcoin. So settling essentially means tying Starknet to Bitcoin, just like Starknet is tied to Ethereum, so that there is the possibility of trustless interactions between both. When you're using a smart contract on Starknet, it is secured by Ethereum. Ethereum can trust the output of Starknet, and that means that Starknet can use Ethereum assets on Starknet, and you can use it in a way that is close to being as safe as using Ethereum. We now know that it is possible to do the same thing on Bitcoin. We're not quite there yet. We know that there is a possibility that when you use a smart contract on Starknet, it is verified by Bitcoin, and that you'll be able to use Bitcoin asset trustlessly on Starknet. It means you'll be able to have DeFi that has both Bitcoin and Ethereum assets as core components trustlessly on Starknet. And so that's something that is incredibly exciting.